showtime.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. If you are new to our channel, I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife and co-host, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live this very moment from the NCL Aqua, from our cabin 12182 here, right sort of in the middle of the ship. And we have great views tonight outside with balcony cam. It's a little drizzly, a little wet from time to time. So I don't know how the camera's going to do. It's already pretty much shot. So we might as well just continue to fry it. So welcome. Hopefully everybody had a great hump day. Wednesday. Today was, well, another day at sea for us. And we're going to actually have a special video about that during this episode. So not just that, we're also going to show Deck 8 on the outside, because there's a lot of stuff going on the outside of Deck 8 here on this ship. So thank you, every single one of you, for being with us. Let's say hello to a couple of people that are in the house right now and then get to Deck 8, shall we?
Let's do it.
Patricia, rocking and rolling. Hello.
Hey.
Mama Tall Man. What are we going to see today? Well, we're going to see the outside of Deck 8.
Mm-hmm.
oh, Bev, hump day.
Hump day.
Snowing, raining, sloppy day.
Oh,
Hope
man.
the weather at sea is better than here. Mixed bag of crap, but, you know.
Tomorrow may be another story. It's going to be worse.
Yeah, I don't know. It just keeps on going. We'll talk about it after the stuff. Lewis says 6 days so far. Are you getting to know the ship pretty well? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hello, everybody, says Charles. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
Thank you,
Thank you, Charles. Appreciate you. You get applause. Thank you very much. Macrina, welcome. Lori Beckwith. Pal is feeling about the same. He's a little crusty. The camera dried out. It did, but it's full of salt from the salt air, from the sea sprays. So that's the problem, and I don't know how to get it out. Anyway, Dr. Shri, hello. Ashley.
Thank you.
Desalination happened yet? No. We're going to have to wait till we get it home.
Yeah.
Is the camera PTZ? It's a PTZ cam. That's what it is, Brookie. Oh, thank you all for the thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
We had a big blast. Lots of hands went through. Yeah, it's a PTZ cam, so we can move it around. Here, look. So you've seen me do this.
Another big blast of hands.
Here we go. See, so I can actually move it. So
yes.
There's I guess that's pan. Here's tilt, and here's zoom, and then we'll go spy on the captain and see if he's up there tonight. Are you up there, Captain? Come on, are you up there?
It's awfully dark.
It is awfully dark up there.
And they have to keep it that way so they can see any instructions.
There you go. As you can see, the camera is moving. It is blowing pretty darn hard yet again.
It is. Thank you.
Yeah, so let me get this camera back to where we need to be here. There we go. Spin it around. So yeah, it's a PTZ cam.
Yes. And it's loaded with salt water.
Yeah. Now just salt.
Just salt.
Yeah, just salt.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so moving on. There we go. Here we go. All right. Irene, hello. Welcome.
Hi.
We had a bad hailstorm today. Yeah.
Oh, no.
We've heard there's some bad weather going on.
Yikes.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So again, thanks everybody for joining us. And again, hello. Let's get to Deck 8, and then we'll come back, because we've got some special stuff tonight too. So, and for those joining us who are part of the Tall Man Clan, you know how we do this, right? We do it Tall Man style.
Filming Tall Man style.
Hey everybody, today Lisa and I, we're on the NCL Aqua. We're on Deck 8. We're about to look at all the outside spaces here on Deck 8, called Ocean Boulevard, at least here in the back of the ship. And we're going to give you a 360-degree tour, so let's do it. So this is a very expansive space out here. See loungers. And we just walked by the drop. It starts all the way up there and ends down right here. Let's call it a foot pool. It's a shallow pool. I mean, it's just kind of a little thing. Some cover over here. Nice infinity looking pool here so you can look over the edge of the water. Another one of those shallow pools right here. We'll get a closer look for you. All right, shallow pool. You just stick your feet in. Now this area here is a cover, but it's not really completely covered. It's covered back here, so these chairs are covered in inclement weather, but this is all open. Now, as we come around the corner, this is sort of the outdoor area of the Indulge food court. Food hall. So you can either eat inside or outside. Nice little sort of cabana area in here, which is nice. See the back of the ship right here. Whee! Soleil bar out here in the back of their Indulge feed court. I didn't point it out, but as we were coming around the corner back there was an ice cream shop. It's just closed right now. So we did learn something about the Indulge food court today. If you sit at a table, you can order anything you want. But if you sit at the bar of one of the food venues, you can only order the food from that little vignette. So if you want to sample a little bit of everything, you need to make sure you sit at the table. Another one of those shallow pools. Yeah, nice space out here, y'all.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great space. And at least is wishing she had her long sleeve shirt on right now.
Now work up a sweat trying to keep up with you.
Yeah, right. There's another one of the pools. Sort of a mirror image, this side to the other side. Get inside there if you want, but we're going to continue here on the outside. Oh, I love this little area. The fake grass.
Very nice.
Yeah. I feel this ship is really a lot about the outdoor areas. You see there's not a lot of people here. It's actually quite cool today. About 50 degrees. Bit of a stiff wind. It's a little bit cool when the sun was out. If you're standing in the sun, it was comfortable, but it's a bit cool right now. All right, we're coming up to the ocean walk. This is probably going to be my least favorite thing. As I'm afraid of heights. And we're going to be out over the water. But we're literally outside the ship. Walking on glass. Yeah, not my favorite thing. Oh, yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm not afraid of heights, but seeing that water rushing underneath us, that is a little different.
Yeah. There's some binoculars. Take a peek at what's going on outside there. It's kind of nice. This is a neat little area here, Lisa.
Very nice.
The lights aren't really flashing. That's just the LED and the frame rate of my camera. All right, it's getting really windy. Just taking off my hat. There's the bow of the ship right there. Extra anchor.
It's not gonna be often you get that close to an acre.
No. Now you can see right there, water wishing by. Yeah, I think I would love to be on this ship doing a Caribbean cruise. Bit warmer. Take advantage of these outdoor areas a little more. So as you can tell from some people sitting out here, this was the sunny side of the ship. In the sun, as I mentioned, it was a bit warmer. But the sun has gone behind the clouds. And then we have another ocean walk on this side of the ship. If I didn't have to brave it once, I got to brave it twice. Oh my God. Oh. Oh man, y'all have no idea.
I'm proud of you.
I have no idea. Wish there was a railing against the glass on the other side. There's some more outdoor eating area. This is right outside of Onda, which is their Italian eatery. Los Lobos is up here too. We'll be seeing that in a minute. See, there's the sign for Onda right there. And then Los Lobos right here. So in nicer weather would be really fun, I think, to have a dinner out here. And as we turn the corner here, we have just gone 360 degrees here on the NCL Aqua on deck 8. I don't know if you heard him when he got off the slide. He said, it's not scary at all. I said, speak for yourself. All right, everybody. That's all of your outside deck 8. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let us know what your favorite part of that deck is. Until we see you on another deck or another ship, be safe. Ciao.
Filming Tom and style.
Well, there you go, everybody. A
Thank
walk
you.
around the outside of deck 8, and I did mute me crying like a little girl walking over the Riverwalk. Thank you all for the thumbs up. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much.
If you haven't, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, costs you absolutely nothing, and it really does help out the channel. We would sincerely appreciate it. In fact, if you do, you might get a free ship. We're giving a ship away, y'all. We are giving a cruise ship away. On the April 12th through the 19th, we're going to be on the MSC World America on its inaugural or maiden voyage, and we are creating a 1 to 400 scale replica, like Lego type model of the MSC World America, and we're going to give it away to somebody who's watching live. That's how you register. You just have to be here with us live. And so make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you don't miss the shows. We do come live every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when we're on ships. And we're on a lot of ships. So thank you for the thumbs up.
Yes, thank you.
Also, real quick housekeeping notes. If you haven't already gone to our Facebook group, please do. We post different things there, like all the menus, all the food, daily activities, all that stuff gets posted on our Facebook group. It's a private group. I think it says public, but I think I made it private. It doesn't matter. There are 2 questions that you have to answer to get access. One is, what was your first ship that you've ever been on? The second one is adhering to the group rules, which is essentially no spamming and being nice. So there's that. What else? Oh, good Lord. Oh, Patreon. If you want to help support the channel, we have a Patreon account too. It's horrible itself. Anyway, there's that. Okay, so we get asked all the time. Let's say hello to some people before we do that.
Yeah, let's do it. A lot of people have popped in.
Because the next little chunk, it's actually a good video, I think. I don't know. Let's see here.
Gotta be getting close.
T. Brookie wants to know, have we seen any other YouTubers on the cruise? I've run into EECC. Oddly enough, I've never seen the people on the door right next to us. And I think I don't remember their names. Somebody else. I said hello to EECC, but there's been no, hey, how's it going? It's just,
just passing in the hallway.
They're doing their thing. We're doing our thing, and everybody's about doing their thing, I guess, at this point. So,
yeah.
But there's not that many, but there's a handful of us here on the ship.
Yeah.
A lot of them were coming on in Boston, but because of the change, that got nixed.
Yes.
And of course, Ben and David got nixed because they had a wedding to go to or something like that. So they didn't get on in Southampton.
Correct.
Anyway, Patricia says, looked like a nice deck if it were warmer. Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. The deck itself is beautiful. I love the little water features and everything that they've got. Yeah.
That would definitely be a major hang place for me.
Absolutely. Me too.
I actually like the little shallow pool.
Me too.
Hello, Kathy. How are you?
Yes.
I really like the wide decks all the way around. Yeah. Really, we've said it a couple times through some of the other live shows. The ship is really about the outdoor spaces.
It is.
And Deck 8 is one of the more expansive Deck 8s or promenades, whatever you want to call it, on ships that we've seen.
Yeah.
And
it's so inviting.
It is.
Yeah.
It really
usually,
is.
The lower decks, when you walk around, they're just not, not very friendly. This is just beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Irene was saying, I watched a part of a video earlier from another guy that was so negative about what happened at the beginning of the cruise. Couldn't even stand to watch the whole thing. I understand people have lives outside of going on cruises, and people still work, and so there's timelines and planes and reservations and all these different things. I get that. But what I think people really miss, and we mentioned this the other day, there are millions of dollars at stake here. Right? I mean, the ship in itself is a $1 billion+ dollars. But think of it. They just lost all the revenue of that 3-day cruise.
Yeah.
Because everybody here is not going to spend that money, right? And they're going to have to refund all those people that weren't on the ship, and then they're going to have onboard credit. It literally cost them millions of dollars to make these changes. They do not do it lightly, and they certainly don't do it to upset whoever this particular person was.
Yeah.
And I know it sucks. We've been on both ends of it now. We've gotten this plus side here, the extra 3 days, which of course we're loving. Right?
Well, with the exception of we're going to miss our grandson's 5th birthday.
Correct.
So that stinks a little bit, but
We take that with a grain of salt, or at least salt water.
Yeah, and we figure he's 5 years old. He's not going to miss us. He's going to be
No,
running and
he's
playing
with his kids anyway. Yeah, because they were going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah,
We're going to have breakfast with them, and that was it.
yeah, pretty
So
much.
we had breakfast with them almost every day. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I that just doesn't compute.
Yeah.
Right. And there was another thing that I wanted to add. Everybody here who's taken a cruise, you know how luggage is handled. When you pull up, you get out of your vehicle or bus or whatever, however you got there, your luggage goes into a big cart.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, it's not like it's a big neon sign saying, hey, this is my luggage. It's just one of thousands of pieces of luggage.
Yeah.
Thousands, right? Thousands of pieces. I mean, just think about it. There's 4,000-ish people on board right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has one piece of luggage.
At least.
At least. Most people, some people have two.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking somewhere between, say, 4,000 to 6,000 pieces of luggage.
Mm-hmm.
And if you decided not to get on the ship, how long do you think it's going to take to find your one stinking bag amongst the 4,000 to 6,000 pieces?
Yeah.
It's going to take forever.
Yeah.
Which is why it took 5 hours, because there's zero easy way to do that. It literally, they have to go bag by bag by bag till they find yours to be able to get it back to you. And I understand that was one of Ben and David's big gripes, that it took so long to get their luggage back. There's not an easy way to make that happen.
No.
It's not like, okay, we think this person's not going to get on the ship, so let's just put it over there out of the way.
Yeah, if only it were that easy, but it's just not.
It's just not. So anyway,
Yeah.
Makrita said if you could find a table. We said the same thing.
Yes.
You said the
You're
same thing.
always in his mind. It's kind of scary.
Yep. How has it been being on a cruise with no ports? We love sea days.
Yeah.
We love the relaxation of, well, let's just do nothing today,
Mm-hmm.
and not miss anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't watch the ocean walk. Yeah, I don't know if you saw me. I had a hard time watching it. And I was the one walking with the camera. It'd be good as long as I could grab the handrail. Well, my problem with the handrail was on the outside.
It
I wanted to
is.
hug like close
The
up to the
wall.
ship,
Yeah,
where the glass was.
No, it's on the outside.
I want the handrail on glass so I could stay away from the edge of the ship. It's freaking me out. Charles was like, that's more than a little different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same with me, Bev. I would definitely be holding on.
Mhm.
Bev, I would have to grab onto you. Whoa. Charles, I did have to change my diaper. Geez, yes, not once, but twice. That was a messy diaper. That sucker was full. Yes, we made it. Hello, Carol. How are you? All the comments, too funny, I know, right?
I know.
Talk about walking the plank, right?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to lay down. The funny thing was, Lisa was going to lay down on it.
I was going to do it.
She wanted me to do that and take video
And
of
he's
her.
like, nah, it's all salty.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It really is nasty.
Yeah.
It's literally, I mean, you saw it. It is outside of the ship. There's nothing on this ship that extends out further than those walkways.
No.
And when the wind, and we have edited all the audio. So you don't, because I can't believe it actually can pull our voice out.
I know, it's amazing.
When you listen to it, all you hear is, and then somehow there's a voice in there. So
Yeah.
I don't know how that piece of software does that, but it's amazing.
I don't know.
Mostly. Every once in a while, if you hear us mispronounce, normally you're hearing us mispronounce things. Cause,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
just
But,
the mad cow.
But the software will drop syllables.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not us being stupid. That's the software.
It is. It's kind of funny sometimes when we listen to it, we're like, what?
Yeah. Oh, good gosh. Charles, yes, I do. Vertigo and Heights too. We have that in common. All right, Charles, you and I can hang. You need to get on the group cruise.
Yeah.
You and there it is. We're going to talk about the group cruise in a little bit. No way. I can sure tell you don't. I can sure tell you what I don't like. Yep. Come on, let's do it. Hey, Valerie, how are you doing? Good to see you, love. I have vertigo and afraid of heights too. All right. Yeah, Patricia, we already told you we're going to hang out.
Yeah.
John L says Grand Canyon Glass Skywalk, I guess, would be a no-go. Probably not.
Totally a no-go for him. I would do it.
Like anything else, if I had to go out there to get some video, I would probably do it, but I would have to, I just, man, I can't look down.
Yeah, you'd have to look straight ahead.
But it's one of those things that you're just compelled to look, right? It's like, don't look down. Really? Ah!
Well, it's funny, when we were walking the very first time we stepped out on that glass, and the water is just like rushing, and it looks like it's going to hit you, like
Yeah.
being on a beach, when the surf just comes over your toes. It kind of looks like that, but forceful.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Macrita says, heck, it takes hours to get bags delivered to your stateroom, let alone get it back off the ship. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I wasn't trying to, so everybody's clear, I'm not trying to pick on Ben and David or anyone else for that matter who did not get on the ship that needed, because of legitimate reasons. And that's why they offered,
Yeah.
and that's why they did it in the terminal instead of when you got on the ship.
Yes.
If they were being mischievous, they would have waited till everybody was on, the gangway was all, retracted, and the ship was out off to ocean. Oh, by the way, we're so sorry, you guys are screwed.
Right, but
They
they
didn't. They did it in the terminal.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a little bit of time that it took to get everything back, but there's no other way to do it.
No.
Chris
No.
wants to know if it smells like a new car. 1,000,000%.
Yes, especially the very first day when we walked up into the observation lounge, it
Yes.
totally smelled like a new car.
Yes.
I haven't noticed it since then, but they've got food and stuff up there that's it's replaced the scent.
Yes. The elevators still smell brand new though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chairs in the balcony look premium. Yeah, they're
They
really
look
nice. Yeah,
really nice.
they're comfortable.
Yeah.
And there's cushions on all of them, but the cushions, because of the weather, have been removed. They're stashed in between our curtain and glass. I don't know if you saw that, but
Yes, I did.
that's where they're stashed.
I did.
Yes, always blame the computer, right? Well, hello, Larry and Cheryl. Welcome.
Hi.
Bev says, I'll go out there with you, Lisa. So go out there.
Yay. Yeah.
Hello, Elaine. It's Wednesday, not Tuesday. Hump day. I remember today, but not Tuesday when it's Tuesday. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, Tuesday. Some cities have metal grates over the subway lines. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that either. He made it sound like there was no warning. Well, I mean, respectfully, there was no warning.
No, there wasn't.
We show up to go on a cruise, like y'all do when you go on your cruises, and you've checked in, and you're sitting there waiting for them to call your number to go on, and all of a sudden on the intercom it says, "Hey, we're extending your cruise by 3 days."
Pretty much just like that.
And honestly, the next thing that happened was cheering erupted. They had to make the announcement twice because nobody could hear the rest of the announcement.
Do you still have the recording?
Somewhere.
Somewhere. Gotcha.
So, so of course, I mean, that's about as much warning as you're going to get.
Yes.
But think about this. I mean, truly think about this. When you're on a cruise and you have to divert because of weather, you usually don't get but about 12 to 24 hours notice. This was an entire cruise worth of notice.
Mm-hmm.
They told us before we ever got on the ship, because these low pressure systems were just not going to be going anywhere. In fact, we're still feeling it today. So anyway, Chris says, I love that peppermint fresh. That's how Disney is every time. Yeah, of course, when you get on a ship, even one that's 10 years old or whatever, they've just finished cleaning it and sanitizing it, so it has that fresh smell every time. But that's a slightly different smell than the new car smell.
Yeah.
Right? So there you go. The only other thing that I didn't talk about, and I forgot to mention from housekeeping notes, is, yo, guys, we are live on the ship right now. Here's our balcony cam right now, right out there. Here on deck 12. If you have a question about the NCL Aqua, something that you want to know because you have an upcoming cruise on here in this one little spot or something, there's no better time to ask it than now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I promise you, if you try to call and get somebody on the phone to give you an answer, they're not going to know it. Best place to get the answer is from the crew. And so we're here now, and we actually love to find out more things about the ship ourselves. So if you have a question and you're live with us in the chat, leave it in the chat over, well, my chat's over there. If you're watching the replay, we answer all of our questions. We answer all the questions. So just leave a comment with question, and we'll do our best to answer it. If you're in our Facebook group, you can leave it there too. I know somebody wants to see all the bar menus. We're going to get those for you tomorrow. So, all right. So we have another thing that I want to do. This is not a long video, but it's about the same size as the deck tour. But we've been asked multiple times now through the days here. Thank you very much for the thumbs up.
Thank you.
Yeah, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, become part of the Tom Man clan. It really does help out the channel. It costs you guys nothing, and it does help us out, and it helps the channel grow. Anyway, you've asked us, what do you do during the day? It's a sea day. There's so many of them. How do you like it? You want to see land? Are you seasick? Are you this, that, or whatever? So I decided to turn the camera on and take you guys with us for our day, so you could see what exactly we're doing here during the day. Here you go. Well, it's day 6 here on the 10-day cruise to nowhere, and we're gonna have a little breakfast. Take you around to show you what we do during the day. That was their idea, bacon, by the way.
We've been talking about it. Now you get to
Hang
actually
on.
see it.
Hang on. Hang on. All right. That's bacon. That strip thing. And every piece looks exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is, but it is certainly not bacon. Well, we just finished what I would call a mediocre breakfast, and I'm gonna walk around a little bit. I think we're gonna try some trivia today. Find some busy things to do. It looks like this is gonna be the first really good weather day.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. So we're gonna venture outside a little bit more, I think, today. For the past 5 days, we've been pretty much hunkered down inside the ship because it's just not been pleasant outside at all. But today is, the sun is out and it's still cool, but the sun is out. The skies are clear. Looks like it's gonna be a good day. We're gonna go try some trivia. We've also learned from another passenger that our key cards are going to expire. You remember, this cruise was originally set to be a 7-day cruise, so the cards are only programmed for 7 days, your room key. So we all have to go to customer service to have a new key made. Now, they haven't made that announcement yet, but one of the other passengers told us that. So we're gonna go get that done now before there's a line a mile long. And I think maybe we'll try some trivia.
Eastern side of Manhattan. If you think of Manhattan as a north-south, you've got
Well, we're all set and ready to do trivia. Lisa's sitting there holding my seat, and I'll go up to customer service and work on getting my key card fixed. Let's hope there's not too much of a line. We'll see. Well, there's no line at all. Perfect time to get this fixed. Let's get her done. Well, according to customer service, the information we got was erroneous, that they have reprogrammed all the cards to go through the 10th. So I guess that was just a wasted trip. Thank God I didn't wait in line for an hour. Let's go back and meet with Lisa and get on to some trivia. Where do they come up with these questions? Well, Lisa and I have just officially had our asses handed to us in trivia.
Yes, we did.
Good Lord. Tall Man Clan, don't pick us for your team. Trivia's over. It's about 10:30 now. And Lisa has a bit of a headache, so she went back to the cabinet, lay down for a couple minutes, and I forgot to come out here to deck 8 and do some laps. At least to the point where we get to the glass walkway. I don't think I want to go over that again. That's just me. So let's go for a walk. Oh, we can't get any further. It's too windy. Oh man. Well, I guess my walk's going to be a little on the short side. You can't go to the front of the ship. It's still closed off because of heavy winds. Even though the sun has come out finally today. See, this sort of sky's behind me. It's still really blowing pretty hard. So at least a lot of the Deck 8 walkway is, well, it's not as windy as some of the upper decks, but I guess they don't want you going around the front of the ship. Oh geez, I just realized the glass walkway. Well, I'll just look at the camera and talk. We'll get through this. Yeah. It's most of the Deck 8 area is sort of, except for that little walkway there, are in a little bit, so there's not as much wind. So we'll just walk around the back. Figure out what to do after that. I forgot to put music in there.
Uh-oh.
Oops. I edited this last minute, guys, so I left, as you can see, most of the audio original, so you could hear some of the wind and the noises and the different things, the sounds. But some of them I took out like this, but I forgot to. Well, I just walked around to the port side of the ship, and the wind was just blowing too much. Almost lost my hat, so I guess that's it for the outside walking. Let's go find something else to do.
SDR sample, no SDR. Mostly iPhone have SDR units. If you don't have SDR.
Well, I couldn't find anything else to do that was interesting, so we came back to the room with Lisa, rest for a little bit, did some more editing, and before you know it, well, we missed lunch again. So we're going to go up to the observation lounge and see what's going on up there. We'll take you with us. So one thing that's nice about our cabin, again, we're on deck 12, is it really sort of in the middle of everything that goes on the ship. So it's a few decks up or a few decks down to get the things that are going on. So we've kind of enjoyed being here on deck 12. Love that ship. Aqua. Thank you. Let's go see what's going on here. Let's see what kind of snacks they have today. They have quiche. We have some fruit, tuna, and look, cookies. Let's dig in. So I decided to have a little tuna salad sandwich and a couple of chocolate fudge cookies. Looks good. Let's see. Pretty good.
I'm having fruit, carrot cake, and cookies.
Kind of small cookies. Really tiny. Well, in the end, overall, the sandwich was great. It was like a tuna sandwich kind of thing. Just one piece of bread with the tuna scoop on top that you saw. The cookies, I didn't like mine. Lisa didn't like hers. So, but the sandwich was fantastic. Like it was fantastic. I don't know if you noticed when we were in there, but you can see here now, the weather's sort of gone the other direction again. So it seems to be the thing for this cruise that we get an hour or so of, or a few hours of sun, and then it turns overcast and inclement. So it looks like it's about to rain here any time now. So we're gonna go in and see what kind of trouble we can get inside. darts going on over here. So it is open. It looks like it's going to start to rain, so I'm not sure how that will curtail the activities. This area is covered, so it's all covered. But yeah, the Bullseye Bar is up and running. There's a bunch of people here. Look over here into the Vibe Beach Club. People hanging out in the hot tub and stuff. But as I said, it's hard to see from here, but it's raining over there. So it looks like we're heading into a little bit of rain. But yeah, your Bullseye Bar it's kind of a cool place here, tucked in the back. And even if it does start raining, at least it's all covered up in there. So I think we're gonna stay back here by the Bullseye Bar and play some darts with our new friends, Leslie and Steve. And I muted this. So we actually ended up playing a couple of games up there.
Yeah.
Instead of going inside, we made a detour because one of the subscribers wanted to see the Bullseye Bar. So we went back there and we're like, oh, okay, it's covered. Let's hang out here. And even if it starts raining, we'll just hang out here. And Steve and Leslie started talking with us, and before you know it, we're kicking their ass in darts. We got you, Steve and Leslie. You want a rematch? Come on, let's do it. No, it was some fun.
It was a lot of fun, yes.
But we didn't. It's funny that the last one I hit 2 triples and the exact number that I needed, and I dropped the darts. Walked off. Well, after a couple game of darts, we're the champions. They were close games, but the Tall Man and the Mrs. Tall Man, not that anyone calls her that, pulled out the win. Now we're gonna head back to the cabin after we've played some darts with some new friends, and it was a great time. But it's about time to get ready for dinner. So we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do for dinner, if we're gonna go to the main dining or attempt to go to the Indulge Food Hall. Not sure. So the fun continues here on yet another sea day. So you can actually see the ship wiggling here in this time lapse. This is the Commodore room. Mm-hmm. We decided to go to the main dining room. We had been going to Hudson's, but somebody last night asked about the Commodore room. So this is where we ate tonight. So we'll talk about that here in this video. So we're just about done with this video. So I got to go back and edit it now and put the music in.
Right.
I'm so upset I forgot. We just finished another fun-filled day here on the NCL Aqua. Another one from at sea. And another rough and rainy night. See you on the live show. Ciao. There you go. Our day at sea here today, day 6 on the NCL Aqua. So, yeah, a couple of things. So we were expecting to have like a really good day of weather.
We were.
Temperature-wise, it's mid to upper 50s. And the sun was out until about noonish. And then it went behind the clouds. And then the rain came in. And then the winds picked up. And that just seems to be what's happened the last couple days.
Yes.
The first bunch of days, it was just nasty all the time. Not so much rain, but heavy winds and heavy seas. Mm-hmm. But the last few days, we've seen some sun in the morning, but then at noon, 1 o'clock, it dips behind the clouds, and then the rains roll in, and it could be actually raining right now. I don't know if we can see it from balcony cam or not. I'd have to go out to see if the camera's wet. But it's rained off and on the past 2-3 hours.
And NCL on their daily activity sheet, they do put their projected temperatures on the cover of the daily activities. It was supposed to have gotten to 62 today. I'm not sure that it actually reached 62. Tomorrow is supposed to be 41. 41. Yeah, so it's going to be cold again tomorrow, so no hot tubs for me tomorrow. I was thinking about doing it today, but I didn't make it out there.
Yeah. Let's get back to some of the comments, and then we'll talk about a few other things that have gone on throughout the day. We've got some answers to other questions.
Halfway answers.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Was that the last one? Oh, peppermint. Yes. So I guess the wedding they were going to was in Boston on the arrival day or the day after.
Oh, that would have been perfect
Yeah,
for them.
It would have been.
Yeah.
Well, the people that we were sitting next to in trivia, they had their whole Boston thing worked out. They bought tickets to go to see the Red Sox, and they're opening at home. And of course, that's all up in smoke. But
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Larry and Cheryl will be on the Ascent while you guys are giving away a ship. We're giving away a ship.
We are.
I know. Well, you can be live.
Yeah.
And if not, we'll meet up in port. Hopefully, you guys will feel a little bit better this time, and maybe we can meet face to face.
Yeah.
We were literally sitting next to Larry and Cheryl are actually some dear friends of ours, or business partners actually, and some other stuff. And if you ever need jewelry, you see his name up there, International Jewelers down in Boca Raton in South Florida. Wow, guys, I'm just not trying to give him a big push, but I'll give you just an example. And I know that you can't see anything, but there's my ring, and I've got some diamonds in there. He didn't make this, or they didn't make it, or one of his shops, but the diamonds kept on popping out. Remember, I told you I'm a musician, I'm a drummer, and that's, I hit pretty hard, always popping out. And I told Larry about it one day. He's like, bring the ring. I got this. And so I brought the ring down there, and they fixed it. And it was, just minimal cost, right? It wasn't like, oh my God, it's going to be $10,000, but it was minimal cost, and it's never popped out again.
Not only that, but my ring split right here and literally came apart. And so they repaired that for me as well.
Yeah, go see Larry.
Yeah.
He'll take care of you.
He will, definitely.
The balcony cam is great. Really feels like we're at sea. Well, then let's get back to balcony cam. There you go.
Yeah.
Balcony cam. Whoa.
Oh, where is...
I told you guys, it's freaking windy out there.
Oh, my goodness. Do you need... Oh, there it is. Okay.
I just have to move it down. It's
Gotcha.
We've turned the TV off. So last time we're up to about 60 knots again.
Yeah.
So and unlike a lot of ships where the cabins are kind of inset just a little, we're exposed. We're the wind's just coming right down the side of the ship, and so the camera is outside of the balcony a little bit. That's why it gets beat up so much.
We have it on a tripod, and the tripod is leaning over the balcony, and it's kind of held down by some chairs out there.
Yeah.
But it's definitely getting blown around.
Yeah, but we'll leave it there. We'll watch it.
Yeah.
Any luck in the casino, up or down? Neither. We don't gamble.
No.
We
learned not to a long time ago.
we've sat in casinos many hours trying to do, and it just not a penny, not one a penny. Just we don't even bother. Cruise to Nowhere or New York City, same thing. Right? Looks like a Princess crowd or a Holland crowd. It's funny you say that. The last Princess and Holland ship we were on, they were more in their 40s.
Yeah.
Than what you see here.
A lot younger crowd.
We were shocked. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you had been on any of those lives with us, but this, I agree, this would have been more of what we would have expected on a Holland or a Princess, but those were much younger crowds. Now, let's back up. We've talked about this a lot too.
Yes.
When you're on a transatlantic inaugural cruising, the clientele that you're going to find is typically all the upper, I don't want to say echelon, the loyalty tier.
Loyalties, yes.
Like the platinums and the diamonds, right? So those are typically older people, and corporate people and things. So it's not the same mix of crowd that is going to be sailing on this ship week after week after week.
Correct.
And so what you're seeing here is just not reflective of what it's really going to be. If you go back and watch our live shows on the Celebration, it was the same thing. We got on the Celebration, and it was a lot older than we expected. We got off, we got back on a week later, and it's like, okay, what happened?
Totally
right?
different
It was just
crowd.
the regular crowd. And that was our very first Maiden Voyage or inaugural
Our
cruise.
first inaugural,
so
yes.
we learned. So Charles is like, yuck, if you're talking about that breakfast, you were spot on. A rasher of some sort. I don't know. It does look like turkey. It does, but
it doesn't taste like it.
Nope.
It tastes like Spam.
It does. It's not advertised as turkey bacon. It's advertised as regular bacon.
Yeah.
And we've walked all around, and every single spot where they have it, it's bacon.
Now, I will
son.
say, being that we are on an inaugural and the ship is coming from Europe, we have found it seems like some of the products that we sail across with are not what they typically use.
Yes.
Once they get into the States, I'm quite sure that they're going to have bacon like
And
we would
that's what
find in
John
the
is
States.
saying. But the bacon looked normal 3 weeks ago on Encore.
Yes.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. As soon as it
Yes.
gets back to the United States, it'll be provisioned with food
From
the
the
United
United
States.
States.
So the bacon will be bacon and a few of the other things, which are small things. But by the way, we'll come to that in a minute here. Hang on. But Karina, I would definitely do a cruise to nowhere. I just love to be on the ship. Exactly. We
Yes.
love the sea days.
We
really do.
Yeah.
It's definitely the shape of turkey bacon, but more bacon in color. Yeah, but not flavor. Let me tell you, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Really. The funny thing is, she thinks it tastes like Spam. I don't. I enjoy Spam. That's not Spam.
Well,
either.
I like Spam too, but it's got that flavor to
Ugh.
it.
Chris says buffet looks fair to middle. That's about a good call,
Yeah.
Chris. Buffet has been, in our opinion, probably the least
Favorite of our buffets.
Yeah.
The food that we've had in the main dining
Yeah.
has been wonderful.
Yes, which we've talked about. So.
Yeah. So the main dining has been great. The buffet has been
Yeah, and the food that we've gotten in the observation lounge has been
Has
fine.
been good, yeah.
The food that we've gotten in the local bar and grill, because we've eaten there multiple times, that's been good.
Really good.
We still haven't gotten to indulge food court yet. We'll get there.
We keep trying.
We keep trying. Tomorrow we're setting our alarm in case we do doze off. We're getting up by 11. Go, camera down. Camera down. Camera down. There we go. Anyway, Ashley says, I was just about to ask if the food has gotten any better as the week has progressed. I'm guessing not. Look, it's a mixed bag, right? As she just said, the food in the main dining room has actually been really good. The teppanyaki was amazing. The food, most of the food we had in Onda was great. Just we didn't really like the menu offering. There was very little on that menu that appealed to us, but that's just us.
Yes.
But the buffet food, generally speaking, has not tickled our fancy.
Yeah.
The cookies, that's what I was going to say a second ago. The cookies, we don't have cookies for snack tonight. Those cookies were just not good.
They were not.
So it's a 50-50. Either the food's really good or it's not. There doesn't seem to be much middle of the ground.
No.
So,
No.
but anyway. Ashley, me too. I would love 7+ all sea days. Well, we're taking you with us.
Yes.
10 of them. April Fools, right? Lewis says, May options for breakfast, buffet, the local, indulge in the main dining.
Yes.
Well, we've now had in two of the areas. We've had in the buffet, and we've had in
the
observation lounge. And so we got to try the local or indulge or the main dining room. We try to get it all in there to give you some balance, but we're also somewhat creatures of habit, and we don't always make the time slots we need to make. So
exactly, especially when you're up all night videoing, you tend to sleep through breakfast frequently.
Chris is like, some of these cruisers look like they're overfed or they're nearly dead crowd. Maybe that's just what I caught, but no, it's fairly normal, really. Yeah, fairly normal. Don't look down. I know. Don't look down. I want to know how many kids were on board. Yep. Cookies. Yes, we found the cookies. They were not good.
No.
Yes. Is washy-washy on the cruise? Yep, there's some washy-washy, but it's not in your face washy-washy like some of the cruises. They're just standing there and they've got their little spray. And
what I find is interesting is they tend to have more management with the sanitizing spray as you walk in. And at least in the buffet, when you walk in, they've got 4 ladies that are carrying around a tray of pastries and a coffee pot and the things that you need for your coffee. And those are the ladies
singing.
that you heard singing the entire time. They're singing. And it's kind of interesting. That's usually what you get with washy-washy is, the washy-washy songs, but now it's the coffee and the Danish songs. So that was kind of interesting to me.
Speaking of food and cookies and this and that, it's snack time.
Ooh.
All right, everybody, get out your snacks. What do we have?
You wanted that one?
This is a
that is a mocha eclair.
A mocha eclair.
And I have honey pie or honey cake. Honey cake.
Give that to me. Look at that. Dude, looking good.
Yeah.
All right, here's a little bit of music for our snack time. It's snack time.
So here we go again, it's no surprise. 'Cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light falls. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light falls.
All right, I want to know what you all had for snack time. Leave it in the chat. You know the drill. Snack time.
Yes.
All right, Macrina says, nothing better than watching it pour down rain when you're safe inside with a window.
I always like the rain.
Yeah,
It never bothers me. I like the rain.
yeah. No, neither me. It's just the rough seas.
Yeah.
Just we've had a bunch of those.
Yeah.
The winds have changed. It had been coming diagonally at us on the starboard side. Now it's coming diagonally at us on this side, the port side.
Which is why the
Why the
camera's
camera's-
going crazy.
Yeah,
'Cause
moving around.
We're the target right now.
Yeah. Hot tubs is where it's at on this cruise. You know why? Because the pool has been mostly empty and roped off.
Yeah.
Not just empty, but roped off. And if there
Yes.
was water, it was still roped off.
Yes.
However, today they did actually open the pool for a little bit. The only ones I saw in there were looked like
Kids.
about 6 or 8 teenagers.
Yeah.
It's too cold. It's
Yeah.
just too cold.
And they're active. They were horsing
Yeah.
around out there, and so they were staying warm.
So yeah, so the hot tub's where it's at. Even
Yeah.
today, this is maybe the third-ish time that I've gotten around to the back of the ship and looked into the Vibe Beach Club, and the only people there are like people hanging in the hot tub.
They were.
Yeah.
They were. I was laughing. Leslie was calling them human soup.
Yeah. I don't know how many people paid to be back there, but they probably all screaming to get their money back. We'll talk about this in a minute because we have some answers for your questions from last night. I like meeting new friends on cruises. You pass them in the halls all weekend and have fun. I don't know why people don't like to sit with strangers at dinner. I enjoy it. We do too, for the most part. Only if we're in a hurry to get somewhere, do we rather be by ourselves, because we typically eat fast. And when you're at a table of 4 or 6 or 8, you can only go as fast as the slowest person, and inevitably dinner will take twice as long as it normally takes for us. We're typically in and out in like 50 minutes, as long as the servers are moving through. So anyway, even if I'm having 4 appetizers,
Yeah, true.
even if we're having them, I enjoy the day in the life. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Robert, you need a hottie toddy after them. Yeah, I've seen a few ducks. I left them. There's somebody, and I don't know if you saw that, but someone stashed a duck inside the puzzle box.
Oh no, I didn't
Yeah.
see that. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. There's this huge, what is it, 6,000 piece?
6,000 piece puzzle.
It's big as a sofa. I mean, it's huge. That's up in the observation lounge.
You'll see it in tomorrow's video when we show you the observation lounge. There's 2 big tables up there with the board they've put on there and the 6,000 piece puzzle, and people have been at it.
Yeah.
Actually, you probably saw it a little bit,
You might
at
have
least
seen
a
it today.
glancing today.
Yeah.
That observation lounge has been absolutely packed, like all day.
Yeah.
It's also hard to find a chair there too.
It is, because it's got such great views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, even today when we were up there for snack, I was on my way into a very similar area where we ended up with the one before it. And my foot was like all but like in its space, and this lady went from the other direction. I was
musical
like,
chairs.
really?
The musical chairs.
As I'm carrying the gimbal and the phone and the food and the drink, I'm like, really? So I kept on walking, but we found the next one.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, we're supposed to hit 68 tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cold. It's going to be
Yeah,
pretty cold for us.
41 for us. 41.
Sitting next to Robert when he's drumming, it's raining diamonds. Yeah. Not in years. Larry's, they fixed this thing up. It's not been a problem since. Pal has a mind of its own. No, that's not me messing with Pal. That is literally the wind pushing the camera and the stand around out there.
Yeah.
I mean, we have it. It's not going overboard. At least it shouldn't go overboard. But that's just the wind knocking it around. So.
Yeah.
That's also why I left some of the audio untouched in that video.
Right.
Because we go above and beyond to make sure that we've cut all the background noise out and done all the stuff, which does make it a little antiseptic, like you're in a sound booth creating it. But in the end, at least you could hear the wind now.
I don't know. I heard a song in there, though. I'm afraid we're going to get slapped.
Yeah, well, I could cut that out if I have to. Valerie wants to know, does the Aqua have an indoor pool? And if so, has it been busy since people aren't going outside? No. It does not.
No.
International Jewelers, are you on Glades Road?
They are.
They are. If they're still not here, they are. They have, that's exactly where they are, right there on Glades. That was Macrina.
Macrina, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah, they're right there on the, for me, Glades Road and the Turnpike.
Yes.
There's a Burger King in the parking lot, and a Dunkin' Donuts in that same little area there.
Yeah.
Do you know the MDR food is good? Good to know the MDR food is good.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. We've had great meals there every single night.
We have. And the service has been good too. We had a slow service one night.
Yeah.
But other than that, the staff has gone above and beyond.
Yeah.
All of the food service staff has really been great.
Speaking of which, let's talk about dinner.
Oh yeah, you got it. Hang on, let me pull up the menu here.
That's coming, Danny. We're gonna have some kind of animation made for snack time. All right, appetizers tonight. This is perfect, everybody. Italian meatballs.
We should have had that last night.
I know. Meatballs. All the leftovers going in our cocktails for tomorrow. Anyway, bruschetta.
That drink looks good. What is it? Meatballs.
Okay, so Italian beef meatballs.
Ooh.
Is there any other option? Anyway.
Yeah, some people will do.
Bruschetta, cheese ravioli, cream of asparagus soup, French onion soup, worst I've ever had, baked brie salad, Caesar salad. Fantastic tonight.
That brie salad was amazing.
I had one of the classic entrees tonight. I had the New York strip steak. Was one of the best maiden dining room steaks I've had in a long time. Right? We'll get to that more in a minute. Let me finish the menus. Okay, for the main entrees tonight, pecan crusted turkey medallions, broiled lemon pepper cold fish, chicken and seafood paella, spaghetti puttanesca. Sorry, I said it wrong then. I said it wrong now.
You're Italian. You can't get it right. Wrong.
I should get it right.
You should get it right.
They're going to take my card from me.
I know.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Braised lamb shanks. For dessert, chocolate eclairs, Snickers pound cake, seasonal fruit, and ice cream and sherbet. So there you go. So that onion soup was pretty bad.
There was no cheese on it.
There was a little kind of thing right in the middle.
The crouton.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a piece of bread.
Yeah.
But it was tiny. And I think there was like one sprinkle of cheese on top of it.
I saw zero cheese.
It just was not good.
But it had onions.
But it had onions.
Larry, it had onions.
But the flavor was not good. I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
The steak was fantastic. So over the past multiple cruises, if there's something on the menu I don't like, anybody can always revert to the standards that they always have. Every cruise line has some standards that they serve every night.
Mm-hmm.
This one happened to be, it said New York sirloin steak. And the other ones don't say that. It just says sirloin. And
Strip loin a lot
Strip
of
loin,
times.
yeah.
Yeah.
and the quality and the flavor of that beef, not here, but the other cruise line, I can't eat it anymore. It just doesn't taste like a steak to me. Even though if I put A1 on there or something else or what, it almost turns my stomach. It just doesn't have a good flavor. It's very, very strange. And I'd said this to Lisa several cruises ago. Same thing. I've gotten
Over a couple of different lines. Yeah.
like the what is it? Like usually on formal night, lobster and prime rib. The prime rib has gotten like ew. I just don't like the flavor of it, and so I don't get prime rib anymore. And so tonight I was like, well, I don't really want anything on the main. Yeah, okay, I'll try the steak. Fine. It was delicious, cooked perfectly, was great. So love that. Anyway, moving on. You need a snack time logo. As I said, we'll come up with something. Yep. Chicken broth and a throat lozenge, right? Okay, awesome. Toffee crunch Oreos, nice. Apple pie glazed walnuts. Ooh, that sounds great. Chocolate ice cream. Oh, I so envy you.
I'm sorry about the chicken broth and the throat lozenge, though. It just dawned on me. I was thinking something else for whatever reason. Hope you feel better.
Chris says he's treadmilling for snack time. So he's anti-snacking.
Oh.
Not a snack, but dinner. Hub's made fish tacos. Very nice.
Oh, nice.
We're late eaters. We typically are as well.
Yeah.
In our normal life, we usually get to eat dinner.
Around 10.
Yeah, and on stream nights, it's about 11. Because most times we won't eat before the stream, only just because of timing and everything. And so we stream, and a lot of times we're on for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and from 9, that's 11, so we're typically late eaters. So when we go to the main dining room at 5:30, that's like lunch for us.
It is.
Anyway, Chris says, not love duck hunting. My son wears his duck shirt.
Nice.
And I'm just here for the ducks.
Nice.
I'm just here for the ducks.
I love it.
Thanks, TMC. You're welcome, Macrina. Maybe they are rationing the cheese due to the extra days. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
It was just not good.
No, I was really surprised to see the lack of cheese in it.
But here's a topic of conversation that I brought up with Lisa at one of our dinners. So you've got your head chef here on the ship. Of course, the cruise line has its master chef that creates the recipes. And they get to the ship, and then you have your head chef here on the ship that is here to maintain the quality of those recipes that the cruise line and corporate have developed, right? But that person also has their own taste buds. And might like a little more salt or a little less salt or a little more of this flavor, a little more of that flavor, or whatever.
Oregano.
and with now the head chef, he's got his head guys and all the little minions. But most of these guys, they have specialties. It's hard to be amazing at all the different types of food.
It
right,
is.
from the Indian food to Balinese food and Chinese food and American food and English food.
And this ship has got so many different nationalities. They've got the Greek, they've got the Thai,
Mexican.
Italian, Mexican.
Yeah.
They've just got a ton of different international foods.
Yeah, so
restaurants, not just foods, but restaurants.
So something's going to get lost in the mix because not everything can be amazing. I would love to find that. Well, I mean, I don't think we had a bad meal on MSC. We'll talk about that. Anyway, we're giving away a ship. Speaking of MSC. Stick around. Giving away a ship. Chris says, do you know the nationality of the chef? Ask in the main dining room and they will tell you. We'll find out. Speaking of which,
we'll find that
dining
out.
room stuff, we have answers to questions. God, we should have given these out a long time ago. We apologize.
Hang on, let me take a note on this. What
Find out the nationality of the chef.
Where is the head chef from?
Now,
for Chris.
As she's getting ready to pull up the answers to yesterday's questions, I don't think it's all correct. So we're have a continuation.
Yeah.
By the way, for those coming in late, sorry for the bouncing camera. That is literally a camera on our balcony, and we're into the heavy winds again, and the wind is blowing the camera around a little bit. So that's the wiggle that you see.
Yes.
It's not me playing with the camera. That just the wind is blowing that sucker around.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Okay, so Macrina was asking how much for specialty dining if you don't pre-purchase a package. Well, according to guest services, you can only pre-purchase a package. You cannot buy it on the ship. And we found that very odd. So we're going to confirm with somebody from the restaurants, I think, in that.
Now that you've just resaid that, I think I understand why that is the answer. We didn't want to know about a package. I want to know how much it's going to cost me if I just want to go to Cagney's.
Mm-hmm.
She said, you can't buy a package. I don't want a package. I want to know what that restaurant costs me if I want to go eat at that
She
restaurant.
said he said specialty dining cannot be purchased.
Okay, but you had it. You used the word package.
Yes. How much for specialty dining without a package?
Without a package.
Specialty dining cannot be purchased on board. It can only be pre-purchased.
That just sounds strange to me.
It sounds strange to both of us.
And even further, because when we were dining, both nights, one was in Teppanyaki, the other was in Anda, the waiter said, do you want to use your credit?
Yeah.
Because we had 3 of them. So my question would then be, if we had said no, great. Then how much would that meal have cost us? So I don't feel that answer is correct.
Agreed.
So we're gonna
double check on that one for you
tomorrow.
And let's see. Molka wanted to know if Sukhothai and Los Lobos were open for lunch. According to the same gentleman, no, they are not, and nor will they be. And that ties into Macrina's because she wanted to know about any of the specialty dining options if they would be open for lunch. And he again said no. So we're going to verify those. And then let's see, Macrina also was asking if there are people that just eat in main dining room. Yes, if we would be those people.
Yeah.
We eat in main dining, just the main dining room all the time. And then this one was actually, that was not a question. That
That's
was
all
just
right.
something that I had gotten from my own.
That's all right. If anybody wants to know, the Vibe Beach Club, it cost $269 per person for the entire cruise. And this was supposed to be a 7-day cruise. So if you want to go hang out in the Vibe, it's $269 per person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Let's do some shout outs.
Oh,
We got
okay.
Larry,
Lori.
Lori, Kathy and Don, Reggie, Stephanie and Paul, Brad, Peter, and today, Leslie and Steve. You want a rematch? No, in the end, we're just kidding. It was a lot of fun up there playing the darts.
It was.
What I found weird, by the way, about the darts, I'm going to take this off of that just in case anybody's getting seasick watching it bounce.
Yeah.
It's starting to bounce quite a bit now.
It is.
The darts are not at the bar.
No.
You have to get the darts from where you would pay for the tea time and get your ball and your putter. So I just found it strange that the darts were not at the bar. They were, a 1-minute walk from the bar.
And you know what else I found interesting?
It's sort of in the stadium area, if you will, guys.
The other thing that I found interesting was that darts are free.
Yes.
And putt is $5.
Yes.
I found that very interesting.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting that.
Everything else is free.
Yeah, the glow cord is free.
The slide coaster, which hasn't run yet.
Yeah, the slide coaster.
Aqua coaster, whatever.
Aqua coaster. Yeah, it hasn't been running.
I'm going to leave her here. I'm just going to pull the camera in, guys. I'll be right back.
There you go. Just got to step over my microphone and not trip over it. Yeah, but I thought that was very interesting that, the coaster and darts, things that I would normally expect to pay for were free, and the putt, which usually is free on other cruise lines, was $5. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that. I found that very strange. And I think Robert is, he's totally pulling down the camera, so we're not going to have balcony cam, I guess, for the rest of the evening, at least with the wind blowing like it is. It is pretty crazy out there right now. I guess it's probably the cold air the wind blowing in the cold air that we're supposed to get tomorrow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool out there earlier.
Yeah.
I lost my condom again.
Oh no.
One of these days we're going to remember to zip tie that thing on there.
Yeah, maybe.
But here, let's get it re-aimed.
Okay. What?
There we are.
Oh my goodness. That
Hi,
was a long
everybody.
way.
Hi.
That was a long way for that
I
one.
know.
When you first put it on, I was like, is that like a ski slope? What is that?
Yeah, I stuck it on the corner of the bed. Oh, you know what? It's moving itself.
It is.
Yeah, it's freaking out. Okay, we're done.
Oh,
with,
it's totally moving around. Look at that.
yeah. I'm unplugging it.
So maybe it wasn't the wind.
Yeah, it's salty.
It-
I've just unplugged it.
Oh, poor little thing. It's just going.
Chris says the Indian chefs I found, in my opinion, are the best, but I'm partial to Indian cruise. Okay, Indian cuisine. Fair enough. Fair enough. By the way, he also said on Royal, I found it's either Indian or Jamaican. Disney's, it's German. Okay, well, he's talking about the chefs.
Yeah.
So there you have that. So tomorrow we're going to be doing deck 17 and up. It's actually our last. Well, we still have the spa and the kids areas that we did. So that will be something else. Did you guys all like the video today? The walking around with Robert and Lisa kind of thing, what we did today? In the end, I'll be honest, was a little also disappointed in the activities options today.
Yeah, they did seem to be very slim.
Do you have them? I know she posts them up on Facebook.
Do you want the ones that I've posted, or do you want
no,
from the
for
app?
today.
For the app?
From the app. Will it pull it up?
Yeah, it does. On ship, entertainment.
No, freestyle.
Daily.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so get down to the schedule.
There you go.
General. There was a 9:00 fun fitness class. 9 to 12:30 board games were available in Los Lobos. At 10 a.m., Canvas by You, there was a painting class. And then at 10:30 in the Penrose Atrium on Deck 6, there was origami creations.
Which the canvas painting, I had seen some people toward the beginning of the cruise. They
Walking around?
Yeah, with the paintings, is $35 is the fee for the paintings.
9:30 was crossword challenge, but it wasn't, I think, a crossword. I think it was the word search.
The word search?
Because we got there late and they still had them.
Yeah, they did have word search papers.
Then morning trivia, which we did.
Mm-hmm.
The Gift of Gab. Not sure what that is. Progressive trivia number 6. That's at 2:00. So we went from 10:00, 11:00, 2:00.
Mm-hmm.
Scattergories at 2:30. Speedy Mobile Bingo at 3. Pickleball at 3. I'm not sure if they were able to do it or not because
It's not, yeah.
it's not friendly up there.
No, but there were a couple of people when we were walking around later, so maybe they did.
And by
play.
3:00 we were up there. It was
Mm-hmm.
getting nasty. Visual trivia, which says sketched celebrity trivia 3:30. It's in the Improv. Interactive mobile trivia at 8 p.m. and Battle of the Beats at 9 p.m. Entertainment. Wait a minute. Is this tomorrow? It says rumors.
It does say rumors. Look
This
at
is
that.
tomorrow.
Well, how is that possible? Because they only populated. It says.
It's tomorrow.
Oh, it's because it's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow here already?
It's tomorrow here.
Okay, well, crap. They have added another showing of rumors.
Yes. It's a matinee.
I thought they were running it for 2 days, like they did with Revolution.
Yes.
Revolution, they had a 7 to 9:30 and a 7 to 9:30, right, 2 days back to back. And I thought they did the same thing for Rumors, but
Rumors
they
is
didn't.
Fleetwood Mac.
So it only ran 1 day, but I guess people are like, oh, we didn't get to see it. And anyway, they've added another showing. So tomorrow is a matinee at 2:00.
Yes.
I'd love to say that I would try to video it for you and bring it to you, but we know what's going to happen with that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to come yell at me and say, it's copyrighted material. And I'm probably at some point going to lose my cool and throw something at them. Because they're full of it's don't think copywritten is the music they're using, not the show. And if I decide to broadcast that, I would be the one getting in trouble because it's copywritten music.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the rules. I'm in the industry. Anyway, there just wasn't a ton of stuff to do.
No.
if you caught in the video that we did that, again, if you like that style video, maybe we'll do another one before we're done here. It was a class on how to take better pictures with your cell phones. And that's what I walked in on. There was like 8 people sitting in chairs, huddled in one of the little
cubicles. It looked
like one of the little where the photo area was. So anyway, Chris gave a thumbs up. I think that was to my question.
Yes.
Everybody got quiet. Where did everybody go?
I know.
Jeez. Come on, wake up, Call Man Clan, wake up.
Patricia says, "Poor pal."
I know. Yeah, I poor Robert and Lisa. That's a $450 camera.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And this one here has, so on, I don't know, a year ago, after a cruise, we mistakenly, sort of, left our little suitcases that we carry on with all of the equipment. We left it in the back of the truck for one day. And I think it's because we were going to turn around and get right to another cruise or something.
Mm-hmm.
Why take it all into the RV to turn right around and take it all back? Just leave it there. And of course, it was hot and sunny. And I don't know if it's even visible anymore. I'm going to back this up for you to see here. But even this camera, you back it all the way up. No, it's not showing here.
okay. Maybe it's gone.
Yeah, it could be the lighting in the RV then. It's just, there's this, it always seems like there's this little halo of light down in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
But
So we learned we cannot leave them in the heat.
yeah. Valerie's like, I'm doing my taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Here, everybody raise their hand. Here, me and Ashley are talking on Facebook group about group cruise. Group cruise?
Group cruise.
Did somebody say group cruise? All right, group cruise.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples.
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. That's right, everybody. If you want to go on the group cruise, if you didn't get that email, there it is again. So you know we are not travel agents, so we're not the ones handling the bookings. But you must book into the group to be part of the group cruise and group functions that we're having. We're going to be having. We're having the shrimp. With meatballs on the side.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Yeah, so just send us an email there. I will forward you Kathy's information. You can book directly with her, and she'll get you taken care of. So, and I think what we'll do tomorrow, Lisa, is find out what we should do in Bonaire for the group cruise.
That's a good idea. We've
Yeah.
been threatening to do that for a while.
And I know y'all are chomping at the bit to figure out what we're going to do. So I think we'll try to figure that out tomorrow maybe, and then get that sort of prearranged. Maybe not through the cruise lines, but like through another, it might be easier through another travel source, because we're going to need, however many people are in the group,
Right.
So I don't know if we book one through the cruise lines, there may only be, 5 spaces left when you book it, and you don't know that. And 2 people book, all of a sudden, there's only 3 seats left. Oh no. And then it's no longer a group thing. So anyway. But, well, I guess I was reading to you the schedule for tomorrow, so you can see you tomorrow.
Not much going on tomorrow
No.
either.
We got some trivia in the morning and trivia in the afternoon and trivia in the evening.
It sounds pretty much like today's schedule.
It does,
Yeah.
which is why I think that's a good time to find out what we're going to do in Bonaire.
Yeah, maybe.
So, all right, y'all. Well, we appreciate each and every one of you being with us tonight. Thank you
we do.
all. Everybody gets an applause, especially for the thumbs up.
Yes, thank you all. We appreciate you.
And we'll do this thing one last time here about the ship giveaway. If you have joined us late, if you've been with us the whole time, I apologize for repeating it. But if you've joined us late, on April 12th through the 19th, we're going to be sailing on the MSC World America, which is cruise right after this one. It's also its inaugural cruise. And to celebrate its inaugural cruise, its Maiden Voyage, all of that wonderful stuff, we have commissioned a Lego brick type artist to design a 1 to 400 scale replica. 1 to 400, it's going to be like that, and like this, a 1 to 400 scale replica of the MSC World America. We are going to give it away to you, right? Now, to give you an idea of the value of this thing, right? This is not an inexpensive thing. If you went to Legos right now on their website, Titanic, $660.
Ooh.
The ship's going to be, oh, geez, we're rocking again. Here we go.
Yeah, that was a big unexpected
This
wiggle.
ship is going to be bigger. So we figure it's going to have a retail value somewhere between $750 and $1,000. And we're giving it away. So how do you register? You don't. We are actually going to give it away to somebody who is with us on live, like we are right now, on our show when we're on the ship. Now, we broadcast live every night we're on ships at 9 p.m. All you have to do is be watching the live show. Okay, we're using a piece of software called Raffly. It is going to pick one of the people with us to be the winner. Now, I'm not going to tell you which show we're going to do it on. It's going to be one of the shows between the 12th and the 19th. So you're just going to have to watch them. All right. So don't forget to if you're subscribed already, make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you hit the notification bells. If you are part of the Facebook group, we post every night the link in the Facebook group for the live show. So consider joining the Facebook group. We put different content up there anyway. All the menus, pictures of food, daily activities, that all gets put into the Facebook group. So you can consider going there too if you like. So there you go. And last but not least, and if you've made it this far, God bless you. We really do appreciate you. If you have a question about the MSC World America,
Oh my goodness.
the NCL Aqua, we're still here for 4 more days, Robert. There's no better time to get it than right now because we can actually go and get it. And if we feel it's not the right answer, like we feel some of the information we got today, we'll go ask somebody else. Because I think they may have misunderstood the question.
That's possible.
And I think they were talking about you can't buy packages.
That's possible.
Right? I don't want a package. I just want to go eat at Los Lobos. I didn't buy a package. I only want Mexican food. Just the one. Outside of that main dining room for me. How much is that one restaurant going to cost me? So we'll try to get that fixed for tomorrow. But the point is, if you have a question and you're watching the replay, just leave it in the comments because we do answer all our comments. Okay? So outside of that, we answer all the comments. So outside of that, we love you all. We appreciate each and every one of you. And you all know the drill, right? We don't have to get home, but we do have to get the out of here. Peace.